Hello, we are going to go over how to use this EC tracking tool. We'll just go through some of the buttons and talk about how it's used and whatnot. So first part of an EC is to create a new request. You can go ahead and press on this button. This is a screen that's just going to come up when you open the script file. And I would suggest saving that file that's on the E drive onto your desktop. That way it's a lot easier to access and whatnot. While Access waits to respond, I'll just go ahead and say that make sure that you close it out at the end of every day. That way, if we make updates, you guys will have the latest version. So you'll see that the EC number automatically fills out here, and you can try to change it, but it'll come up with errors at the end and everything. So the EC number, it's a new EC number than what we used to do, and it is formatted as the last two digits of the year, so 2018, the month, it's in December, the day, and then whatever number it is. So the first EC submitted that day will be 01, next one will be 02, so on and so forth. So we're just going to make a dummy EC here. SO number will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can type in your reason for change. Notice that this reason correlates with SAP. It's a little different than what used to be there, but this is what SAP has. Disposition of material, we can just use stock. Areas affected, you can click on everything that you're going to need. Say we need those. Type in your description. This is a description. You can put whatever you need there. The requester, I'm going to go ahead. You can just type your name in. It will make you fill out every single one of these fields. So if I try to submit it, I have to choose a product engineering rep. So I can go and just fill out some random people. Also realize on this, you can only choose product engineering rep. So I can't put myself as a product engineering rep, for example. Now, if you see notify only here, that means that they have not set a password in the system. So they need to go and set a password in order for them to be able to approve stuff. They can be over on this side, and if you click notice only, they can still be notified on when it's approved, but they cannot be an approver yet. So material control, quality, and manufacturing. Down here, you can make sure you click on the part number first, or else it may give you an error. So if you know it's correct once you see this EC number pop up here, and that's the same number that is up there. So part number, whatever you need, I misspelled number, but then you can double click on that. You can go here and add any different files that you need to, and it'll go ahead and upload those. So we have this, and I'm gonna go ahead and submit it. All right, and it takes me back to this next screen. EC is submitted. So I want to go to and approve and process current ECs. So I can go ahead and approve the one that I just put in. So if I type in my name, this is the one that I just put in. I want to double click on EC number right here. Here it will give me all of the information that I would need for the EC, along with all of the different approval types. Part number, I can, if there was an attachment, I could go and look at it right there. So just for kicks and giggles, we're going to reject it. So I can show you what happens when you reject it. Type in your password. For rejecting, you'll have to put in a reason, you see. And so I'll say because. All right. Now, since I was the requester, I'm going to get an email that says that my EC has been rejected. I'll go to that email. It'll say the EC number, who it was rejected by, and the reason. So that'll be. But say, for example, if it were approved, once all of the ECs are approved, then it'll show up in this query down here. So I'm gonna go to Darren because I know he's got some test ECs down here. Okay, so in the EC process, it first goes to Darren after it's approved. He sets it to status 4 in SAP. So all of these ECs have been approved and nothing else. So what he can do is click on the EC number, press this complete button, type in his password, press submit, and then it'll clear out of his EC here. And then after Darren, it will go to the requester. So if I go, I think I have some dummy, no, not in there. I don't have any examples, but after Darren clears that EC, it'll go back to me since I was the requester. And I set the status to 5 in SAP. Once I do that, I click on the EC number here, press complete, and then it will go to the product engineer. The product engineer then has to upload all of the files into SAP, like the drawings and whatnot. Then they go in here, click on the EC number, press complete, type in their password. Then after product engineering, it goes to the system analyst. So in our case, it'll be Jake Tober. He's going to go in here. He's going to update the BOM in SAP. So once he updates the bill of material in SAP, he'll come in here, click on the EC number, press complete, and he'll type in his password. And then when he submits it, he's going to say if it needs routing, sourcing, or help from scheduling. So if he needs to confirm storage locations or anything like that. And so, because I know not all ECs require those things. So say for our example, all of those things are required. So next, once he presses complete, it'll go into the manufacturing engineering department, and they have to go in, click on the, change the routing, click on the EC number, press complete, type in their password. Once it's routed, then it goes to sourcing, if anything needed sourcing, if sourcing is needed for that EC. Again, they'll change what they need to in SAP, come in here, click on it, press complete, type in their password. After sourcing, it goes to costing. Jessica will go in, cost it, click, and then come in here, click on the EC number, press complete. Then after that, it'll go to scheduling if they need to do anything with it, if scheduling's needed. They'll come in here, click on the EC number, click complete, type in their password, then scheduling, it goes on back to the system analyst, so back to Jake, so he can go and say, okay, all this stuff has been done, I'm going to close it. So once he sets the EC to 6, which means it's completed, status 6, he's going to click on the EC number, press complete, type in his password, and then the EC is completed. And that is the flow. And later, I will put some sort of flow chart. So maybe a button down here that says flow chart if you want to see that whole process and who all is required. Now, I want to make a point to say that even if, so for example, that EC that I put in, Doigu was the manufacturing engineer. That does not mean only Doigu can come in here and route those parts. Because if she's gone for a week, then no ECs that her name is on would get done. So anybody in manufacturing can go and improve any step that needs routed. Anybody in product engineering can go and approve any steps that require drawings to be uploaded, et cetera. Anyone in sourcing, scheduling, whatnot. Now, like I said, if your name is not on that list right here, then you will need to create a user for them. And that will be coming soon in version 2.0. It'll be a button for new user for people who are new or maybe didn't deal with ECs in the past and now are, and whatnot. So that is how the process is going to work. Say I just want to see the status of the EC that I submitted. So once I type in my name here, I can scroll down. These are all the ECs that I submitted. Okay, I can go and look and it'll say what resource is needed. So notify parties, that means that it is waiting on Darren. Because that is step number 1, is he notifies the party. Step number 2 is notified. That's when you switch the EC status to status 5, so on and so forth. So here it'll say notify parties, EC number, self-explanatory. So these are all the ECs that I have submitted if I wanted to check on that. Say one of them got rejected and I want to see what to do with it. So for example, this is the one that I had. They said I can go and press this resubmit button. There it goes. And this is all the information that I had on that EC. And then it also has the approvers, and it says who rejected it and the reason. I can pull that out so you can see the reason. Okay. And just click through that. I don't want to deal with it. So the last thing that you can do is you can view all the ECs. So here is a list of all of the ECs. It says right here whether or not they've been approved, the entry date, the description, reason for change. It's a lot of dummy ECs and whatnot. And I just want to say, okay, I want to see all the ECs that have been approved. I just click on that. Look, these are all of the ECs that have been approved. Say I want to see all the ECs that are approved and are waiting on Darren. So this is step number 1. These are all the ones waiting on Darren. If I want to see the ones waiting on Jake, this is the one waiting on Jake. And again, these are all dummy ECs that I created in order to be able to run this. Now, and things to look forward to, there will be more filters here. So you can search by EC number. You can search by person. So if you are on the initial EC form that says, okay, whether you're going to be notified or if you're an approver, it'll have, you can search by your name there. And like I said, EC number, you can see all, even if it's completed, it's still going to show up in here and whatnot. So that'll be helpful. So be looking for those to come. Please contact me or Ross in this next couple of weeks if you have any problems, and we'll try to debug this as it gets going. Thank you.